green subscribe button and all that other stuff. Okay, good. Well, see that reflection down there? I drove her to town to get all that stuff today. I'm just going to take a quick minute and look under here. I got my good hat on, so keep that in mind. Don't mess up our good hat. Dadgummit. Consort it. Okay, so the U-bolts look good. Okay, that's exactly how they should look. All right, very good. Everything else in here, very good. And let's see. Now we know there it's coming. There we are. Our old friends. Let's my fixes are holding. Wherever that oil's coming from there is the main culprit. Where is that coming from? It's just coming from around the filter, I think. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Well, that's where that is coming from. And there's that running there. That's coming from the rear main seal. There's some right there. Coming from another bolt. Are you kidding me? Coming from another bolt over here. There's one right there. Oh, I'm so tired of this. I don't have enough carburetor parts to fix all this. It's the, I think it's the oil filter itself. I can't tell. Maybe if I put my camera up there. I can't really tell. Alright, well. A K&N oil filter fail? Okay, that's enough. Now we know. They back up and turn around a lot. So I came in and I kind of kept putting my hand up above the oil filter housing, like on the block, because there's a plug up there that they use to drill across the block, and then they plug it. It's right above the oil filter. You know, it's on the left hand side, and so I was thinking maybe that was leaking. But I really believe that the pressure has blown the seal around the K&N filter itself. So what do you think about that? I got dye in it, and the dye's all rinsing down, and I can't find it coming down from the valve covers or anything.
Golly, that would be, man, that would be some kind of pressure you got there, but I guess you just rebuilt that oil pump.
Yeah, that's a new oil.
Too good a job on the oil pump. You're running at 200 PSI or something.
Well, I've got an analog gauge in it, and it went up to 63, 65. I don't think I'm going to get in too much trouble here, but this is what I'm going to take the, when I take the K&N off, the 1978 305 that's in my truck. I was looking to see if this thing had a bypass valve, and it says bypass valve setting PSI none, burst pressure 270. So that kind of makes me worried about my K&N that I think is leaking. I was trying to think of a way to test it, but I don't think I'm going to do all that setup. So there you go. I don't imagine K&N is going to have a very much different burst pressure than that does. So we're going to get that K&N off there. Now I feel like I've run this thing enough, in case I forget to say it down there. I probably got a couple of hundred miles on her. So I feel like running the plugged bypass in the oil filter adapter has probably done its job. And that's why I ordered the other adapter that's just a regular adapter with a bypass in it. So we're going to try this one. And this is what they use on the old 305s of that period. So let's go. it just says 5160. I can imagine it's going to be about the same thing. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's closed. Let's see, thread size, bypass none. Yeah, everything's the same. Okay, so this is Wix.com, and if you have any questions, always go to the horse's mouth there. All right, so interesting. It's several days later, and it ain't a jungle. It's an oven, and I can't possibly wear gloves today. That would just be absolutely impossible. So here's what we got today. We're going to be, I bought this in anticipation of possibly needing it, and I think I do. This is a oil filter adapter. And I used the plug on the one in there, and I think that's, I can't even remember what's on the thing. I think I said it already. I believe that plugging this caused the filter, the cane-in filter, to blow its rim. So we'll be putting that on and changing the oil filter, but not the oil. There's only like 100 maybe miles on this since I did all that oil pan work. Now we're going to be taking the oil pan. I gotta put I need to put a cover on this car. I got to work on this car today too. So anyway, since I did the oil pan work, and I got to get some air through here before I absolutely suffocate. All right, we'll get back to it in just a minute. But I got to pull all those pans off, bolts off that I have not sealed already, and seal those. And I also want to hit that wire with my head. All right, there's old Daff. So I need to order a couple of these. Let's see, that's oil Bonneville. So what is the PF24 fit? I forget. Maybe that is an extra one. I think that fits the Bonneville, but we'll look in a second. But the I got the. I know that that's the one for Daphne because I looked it up the other day. This also does not have the bypass thing. I think I'm being repetitive, but I'm not sure. So let me just stop and start. Okay, warning lights are flashing down in quality control. All right, let's go up. We're gonna go all the way up this time because I just don't want to be cramped under there this day. She's on the lift real square, so I'm not. She's so square, baby, I don't care. Spider webby, let it be spider webby. All right, so there's what we got there. I'm gonna get some of that stuff and spread that out down there. So let's wipe this down. So the trick here is I can't. Let's see if I can get the light on this. I was looking for that. Is that port up there that's supposed to have something in it? And see, the oil's all dripping off the filter, but it doesn't seem to be too bad there. What is that thing? So, okay, I don't think that's it. Let's see if I can get a mirror and see what's in that hole. Where I'm pointing to is right there. Let's get a mirror. Okay, let's get our point of reference here. So we're looking at that hole, and there's nothing in it. I mean, there's just like nothing in it. It's whew, wonder why that is. Don't tell me something flew out of there, and it is next to impossible to get you guys here. There you go, you can see there. Well, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. What goes there? Did something there fall out? And it's throwing, don't look like it's oil on that. Well, let's see if I've got a plug that'll fit that. I don't know. Maybe there's somebody put something way down in it, like that plug that's at the back of the block, that there's, you got to put it in just right, or you block one oil passage way up or one way down. So you gotta figure, ooh boy, that's a nice breeze. All right, let's see what I can do here. Let me look at that thing again. Maybe one of those blue MPT things that I used here would work. All right, I think that was a 10 millimeter. It was weird, I kind of remember that. It's a wild and crazy thread, but I found this old bolt off some motor grader that was here one time, and it's dry, 9 millimeter dry. So I'm going to cram that up in that hole, and I'm going to put some goo on it. I was just talking to Mick the other day about this lovely snap-on ratchet. God, I'm so hot, and just sometimes that little bit of offset makes the difference. And I got my little tiny single extension. Boy, I can't tell you how many times I've used that thing. So there you go. I don't know what harm that could do. If it ain't doing nothing, it ain't hurting nothing. Alright, well, isn't that exciting? But I'm gonna get it in so it won't come out, I guess. Did I forget to tighten that up or something? Well, that's certainly the thread. I don't know how far I want to go. There's nothing in there. I wonder what that is. I have to look that up in a book somewhere. Okay. I think that's enough. Okay, so I got this ready to take out the pan bolts with. I got my stuff on the floor. And got to get my catch over here and take this oil filter off. Okay. It's almost easier to... Let's take this off and look up in there. Let's take this cover off and see what's going on up in there oil leak-wise. It's easier to deal with the oil filter that way anyway. So we're going to do all this, and then we're going to brake clean it. I'm going to be using my new stuff today. This stuff, so hopefully it won't get all in the rim right there like it does on these cans. And get all over your hands. So we'll find, oh boy, thanks for the wind. Okay, okay, let's get all this out of here. All the ones that I didn't seal up are here now. And I left these are the 7/16 heads. I left the 1/2 inch heads on there just to kind of keep things honest. So let's give this a shot. We'll give it a shot on the floor. And we'll use this right here. And we'll get some... I was toying with some O-rings, but I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to let that dry out. Okay. And let's do the oil filter thing. Okay, so I got those on, but boy, is it ever terrible. Okay, well, it's not raining oil everywhere. There it goes. Okay. See how clean that is? All right. Now, we're at that part of the show where we meet unhappiness. Where'd that cloth come from? I don't know. We're going to put... we're going to... Do you put oil in the new filter or not? Well, I do. And that's that. So... Oh, ABBA. Really? Okay. I put oil in these. And I'm not going to put the high zinc stuff in it because I feel like there's enough zinc in there already. So, what are we going to put? I think I know what I'm going to put. Because it's summertime. I'm going to put a little bit heavier oil in there. Oh, I got to change that crazy thing too, that adapter. So, let's take a look at that so you can see. You can't save oil out of a filter. Don't be crazy. Okay, just let it go. So, okay. I hear there's like a hologram ABBA thing that's pretty good. See, it's got that plug up in it. It's right there. You'll see that blue plug. Let's get that out of there. I'll leave that on. Okay, so here it is, the plugged one. And that was the original GM one. Now, there's a lot of conjecture on which way this thing goes. I'll let you sort that out in your own mind. And it looks pretty clean in there, but I want to get a fresh cloth and wipe that out. I don't want any. Okay. All right. And I want to make sure the base where the filter screws on is clean too. That looks pretty clean to me. I think that's just a bubble. It looks like something's in there, but it can't be. Okay, it looks real clean. Okay, so let's put this on there. I gotta tell you, gang, cool drink. VOC compliant. So I am of the mind that it should go away from the feed hole that's right there next to the, it's right here, that's where it comes in. So I'm going to put it in like that. And this does not call for a gasket. You can put something on there if you feel like it, or put a gasket on there if you feel like it. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like that's going to be enough of an issue. But see, it's got that rim going around the thing, and I think that'll be fine. Okay, I think that one flashes. I can't remember. Okay. So there it is up in there. And there's a piece of paint right there. That'll get you. Get out of there, paint. Okay. Went right in my mouth. No, it didn't. It's right there. Alright, so I found one of my little pieces of foam lying on the header. No wonder I could smell it. It smelled like cork burning because it was cork burning. Okay, I see some dirt in there. Let's keep wiping that out. And we're going to do this, finish doing this. So, I don't think I'm going to put O-rings on these because it's not designed for them. I'm just going to put some RTV on them and let it sit there for a while. And look how much oil's in that thing. So, I don't know where all that's coming from. But I think if I can stop, I didn't really look at this. Let's get this out of here. I don't think we're going to be leaking any more oil. Okay. I don't know. Sure was coming down and around that thing. It doesn't look like it's compromised. So, okay. Let's finish bolts. Let's do bolts. Look at all that oil. It came out of... I'll put some more on this in a minute. Okay. Whew. Just take this thing up a little bit more. It needs to go a little higher. It's a little too late for that now. But that's what I'm going to do. Just going to put RTV on it like that. Golly dang. I'm going to go get back. I'm going to take a break. I'll be back in a while. It's been, I think, 20 minutes later. And I came down here and tightened everything up. So you can see all the goo coming out of everything. All the bolts, all the gray, ultra gray. So, where's that drop of oil there coming from? Well, that's water, so it ain't coming from there. I hope. Okay. And that's where I tighten that up. That's where the mechanical fuel pump goes. I don't like those. Can't trust them. Okay. So all that's done. So let's put the oil filter back on it. There's the new filter. Filled to the brim with oil. Okay, I don't want to drop this thing. So, you just hang out there a second. I'll be right back. I've triple cleaned and checked everything here. Alright. 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 Here we go. Okay, and there's read the directions on how tight to get that, okay? And we're going to tighten that up. We're going to hose this thing down and hose this thing down with brake clean, and I think we're done. Okay, so be sure to check the oil and run it a little bit. I'm a little bit over full, So I don't think that air bubble, any air bubble down in that filter is going to be a problem. So don't forget to check the oil after you get all this done, and run it for a minute, let it sit for a minute, and then check it. Okay, clean that out. I'm about out of this, so. All right. Well, that's the end of that, with some stuff up in the top of it. Well, this is the new stuff. Hey, it comes out a little bit more like an aerosol than like a big heavy stream. Make sure your silicone's good and dry. Keep your silicone dry. Okay. And wipe it all off. Okay, well, that's about the best I can do here. All right. Be sure and put your magnet. I guess I can just put it. Let's put it right here. Okay. Wonder if that'll be there one of these days. All right. So anyway, that's a better place. Really, can't really do that on the K&N because it's got that nut thing on it, that 1-inch nut thing. All right. Well, that's going to be it. I'm not going to do any more because I don't need to take her anywhere, and that might be for a week or two. So she can just sit right here, and we'll see what happens later. So that's going to be it. So assembly is the reverse order of disassembly. And give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll talk later. Bye-bye. Let's go cool off. Bonus footage. I'd never heard of this stuff till the other day. Somebody gave me some, but you know what this means? This means that Lucy gets another sticker. I hear this stuff's pretty good. I didn't turn the water on, so I gotta wash my hands up at the house. That's a shame, ain't it? So, okay, I'm getting there. Good gosh, I'm shaky. I'm so about to burn up. Okay, well, there you go. There you go. Adam's polishes. See, I polish it before I put it on. See? I didn't use Adam's polish, though. I used spit. Okay. That's it for sure. Thanks for spending time with me here in the old barn. What is it? It's over 90 degrees. And that's in the shade, so. But it's every now and then the winds come around, so that's good. So, alright. Hadn't seen that wild pack of dogs today. I barked at them, so maybe they won't come back. Scared the heck out of them. Oh, this one never closes good. There you go. Alright, bye-bye.